All right. Before I start, let's cue the intro. So, cue it. What is up, guys? It is KJ back with another video. So for today's video, I know I've been this whole week doing a vlog on my life and what my college life is like in a week, but I just want to take another break from that and talk about my recruiting process, how I was recruited, and how I was able to play Division I baseball. So here we go. We're gonna flash back to June of 2019. We're gonna flash back to May of 2019. I go to a baseball factory event in an evaluation camp and get my numbers all done like I've done the past couple years with Baseball Northwest. So I went to Baseball Factory and got numbers done, and I did really well. I ended up getting featured on their social media a bunch and kind of started going up from there. I never got any in high school. I never got any offers that were big. Like I had I think a Division III offer, even though they don't give scholarships, they just offered me a spot, and that was about it. That's all I had. I didn't have any Division I until the summer of my junior year. So nowadays that's super late. So big flash to next month. I went down with Baseball Northwest to the North versus South event and went and caught and did pretty well. I emailed a bunch of different schools, telling them I was interested in their school, and I ended up getting looked at by the University of Portland, where I am now. It was looking good for me. Had some stuff that was going on, came back home, went to work, and needed to sit on it and make sure this is what I wanted to do. And then the offer ended up going through, which obviously now I'm already there, so it worked out in the end. But I mean, that happens in the college recruiting game. Like things like that happen. You just gotta make sure you have a chip on your shoulder, persevere through that, because it can get to you. So yes, that was pretty upsetting for me personally, but I kept going. Then July, I went down with Baseball Factory again to catch, and we had a short pitching staff that time around, and I was catching. We were playing a team from Hawaii at Bonita High School in California. I was catching, and we were like our last pitcher in the bullpen, and he ended up snapping his UCL, and we didn't have any more. So I ran back in the dugout with all my stuff and was like, so what do we do? And all the coaches looked at me and they're like, we need to see if you can pitch, because my numbers were so high with like pull down, raw throwing velo, and they knew I could throw hard. So I got up there and I threw 14 warm-up pitches, 8 straight in the dirt, super rattled. There was only a couple of scouts there. They were pretty small schools, I think. I didn't really see any big schools. And then the next 8, I figured it out, and I was just like painting. And the pocket radars they use are huge tripods with like big cylinders at the top that read how fast you're throwing. They're behind the backstop. So I go up there, and obviously I throw 8 in the dirt, and then the next 8 I start hitting my spots. I just went up, and it was like 89, 91, 92, 92, 93, and then I hit a few 94s at the end. And all I remember is after I threw 94, my dad's buddy was sitting behind the backstop with him and another one of his buddies, and they just yelled 94, and I just couldn't believe it. Like, it was just like, holy crap, I just threw that hard. And it was a shock to me. It was a shock to everybody. The other team was shocked. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked. Ended up doing pretty good that outing. I ran back in the dugout, and before I could even check my phone after the game, I looked, and I was already all over Twitter on there scouting on the social media, showing me, this is it right here, showing me throw 94. And from then on, that night, it kind of everything literally, like, imagine waking up and then having just not every school, but like the schools that you dreamed of going to, like, call you and text you and email you. But that all happened that night. I had like 5 or 6 Division I schools call me, and I talked to them, and a couple D2s and a D3. I mean, it was just like I was on cloud 9. Like, literally, it happened like in a snap of the fingers after I could show that I could pitch. And I'd never pitched in my life before. I'd thrown. I wouldn't even call it pitching. I've thrown like 2 or 3 innings just like during the summer, like I wasn't even trying. Then when I legit tried, like, it paid off for me. So everything happens. All these schools start calling me. The ones that I can know that had major interest were Oregon State, the University of Oregon, University of Southern California, and the University of California, Los Angeles, or UCLA. And yeah, it was pretty eye-opening and just crazy. Like I can just imagine, I just still think about it all the time. Like, man, that was really what changed my life, was just that one inning of throwing. And it could be for any of you guys too. Like, you never know. Like, I didn't even know I could pitch. Let's say, for example, you could go up there and throw and have no idea you can throw that hard or be a good pitcher. Not even throw hard, just be a good pitcher and not even know it, and the opportunities happen. So, and then I came home. That I was in California for the factory event, so I came back home, went to another Baseball Northwest event, and I did okay. I needed to make a decision, so I went on an unofficial visit with Oregon State, and then on another unofficial visit with the University of Oregon. I didn't go out of state because I didn't want to pay out of pocket, because they don't do their, baseball is different. They do like their official visits after you commit. Like, it was weird. So I just went to the ones that are local that I could drive to, and the University of Portland was the one school that I really wanted, even though some complications happened in the beginning. They came back and gave me the offer that I wanted, and it worked out in the end because I'm close to home. I live in Milwaukee, which is right outside of Portland. I'm fortunate enough to be able to drive to practice every day, even during COVID. You also have to remember, during all of this happening, my recruiting process was before COVID. A lot of the schools were, trying to get me to come down and visit with them, and obviously during COVID now you wouldn't be able to do that. So yeah, it was a super cool opportunity for me. I love that. My summer of 2019 was definitely the highlight of my life. But yeah, and then I committed to the University of Portland, and now I'm here, and I could not be happier. I love my decision. I two-way, so I pitch and catch. I'm glad they gave me that opportunity, and I'm trying to make the most out of it. Whatever happens. If I end up becoming a PO, I'll be happy with it. And my mentality is, okay, well, I'm gonna be the best pitcher I can be. I'm gonna work the hardest. I'm gonna do all these things to get me to the next level. And obviously that's what everybody wants, to get to the next level. So if pitching's what it needs, then I'll do it. And if catching's what it is, then hey, I'll pursue that too. But yeah, so that's basically my story. With me, everything happened at once. Usually in the recruiting process, stuff happens in segments or increments. You get a coach here, you get a coach there, but everything happened in literally 2 weeks. It happened, like I said, it went from this or just complete 180 to what I was dealing with before that. So you guys out there, you just gotta believe. 1, 2, be the hardest worker, and 3, your opportunities will show. Social media should be your best friend when it comes to your pitching, your catching, your hitting, everything. That stuff, you should be making recruiting videos and sending those out to people and sending out emails. Not even for Division 1. Any division, any school that you want to go to, you should be sending those out to, because you never know what would happen or what can happen. So that's about all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and follow me on TikTok and Instagram at kj.rufo for plenty more, and I will keep up on that vlog. It's gonna be a good one this weekend that I'll be posting. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later. Peace.